Hello and welcome to Generation Shadow, the epic supernatural saga that takes you through the entirety of horror history, one nightmare at a time. This is episode 2 of our third arc, Petrograd, 1916. This episode is entitled The Dustbin of History. Ooh. Yeah, I'll do a little bit of a recap of our first adventure, but first, let's meet our players, our monsters, our ghosts, ghouls, and goblins.
No ghosts, unfortunately.
Yeah, no ghosts this time, as the case may be.
I have a cousin who's a goblin.
It's very nice. So, I want to know who you are, who you're playing, and when we get to you, Patrick, you can do the deaths real quick and all that kind of stuff too. And sort of how your character's feeling after our last adventure in Petrograd and their kind of new role working for the Tsarina. So let's start with Marvin.
So hi, I'm Marvin, and today I'm going to be playing the scholar Montolio Igantri, who's sort of a occult specialist, perusing, arcane mysteries, objects, everything that you might expect of a detective, and also supplying people who really do not need these things. What is vibe right now? Montolio, he's not an altogether bad person, but he's not above exploiting the stupidity of the nobility. So he's all for working the Tsarina, so long as she promises to get him into Rasputin's archives, which he has, stupidly.
Yeah, Tsarina Alexandra, not known for her great intellect.
She's not a bad
no,
person.
I mean, the country did so well under them.
Oh, boy. After that, we'll do the opening moves kind of after we go through the introductions. That's coming up. After that, we have Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I am playing you there. She is a forest spirit. Playbook is the Fae. I work for Baba Yaga, and I live in a tree. How I feel about things right now is I saved some children from vampires, so that was nice. Also, I just recently found out vampires exist, which isn't as nice. There was a person that was very mean to me, so I'm going to drive him insane, like you do. Although it's not a really huge drive for the Baron. Still, it'll be fun.
We all have, there's a bloody white Baron for all of us who we just want to drive insane.
Baron Unger, right? He was the one that,
Yeah, that's right. Baron, it's like Roman Ungern von Sternberg. I bet you know who he is in reality. He's pretty a crazy guy already, but they had a bit of a run with him in our last episode.
He has a magic sword he really should not have.
Yeah,
why do you give him a magic sword?
No, that was not a good idea.
I get the idea of what you're trying to do. I'm just like, I was watching, just like, no, don't.
Oh, hello, you genocidal maniac.
Yeah.
With a magic sword.
I guess he hadn't read the Wikipedia entry on this.
At least you didn't give him a magic gun. The worse.
After that, we have Dallas.
Hey, I'm Dallas. I'm playing Svetlana. She is a vamp with some, I guess, newfound abilities. She unwillingly became so through the means of Dracula, but she fears that she might be lost forever. Even though she's not truly, I guess, in love with him, you can't help but be connected to your creator. But who she truly hates is Archduke Fyodor Pasternak, because he's the one that gave her up to Dracula.
Oh, yeah.
So she would hopefully see so much pain and a lot of retribution on him.
Kind of an axe to grind.
But in the meantime, she will do what she can to protect her homeland.
Oh, very cool. We'll see how that turns out. Archduke Fyodor Pasternak is the leader of the Oprishniki, which is the mortality faction, sort of the Tsar's secret occult police. Joining us, and very happy to have him, is Patrick.
Hello. I'm Patrick. I'm playing Dragomir Tchaikovsky, a pathfinder for the Seeing Eye of Balder. A small but dedicated group of individuals, kind of hiding alongside Rasputin as part of the Raskolniks.
Yes, the Raskolniks.
Sorry,
yeah.
Raskolniks.
Yeah, it's, I mean, I do apologize if you're a Russian speaker as I mangle your beautiful tongue, which I'm sure I have done and will continue to do. The Raskolniks are like a collection of heretics, free thinkers, mystics, and people who just like to party. Who kind of... Yeah, I'm not sure which category you fall into there.
That has yet to be determined or be seen.
Oh,
I mean, I know, but...
I hope you like to party. Parties are ever so fun.
It's true. And this
People
group
have
has...
sex at them.
I know.
This group
I
has
appreciate it.
gathered around Rasputin. He's sort of their nominal leader.
Yes.
And rounding us out, we have Nick.
Yes, I'm Nick, as was stated, and I'm once again playing Andrei Ionescu, the... Why do I keep forgetting his nationality? He's Romanian. Because he's a Romanian in Russia. What do you... Go figure. So yeah, Romanian wolf, working now for the Tsarina, under the pretenses of getting good with the boyars by getting good with the Tsarina. So he's sort of not sure what to think, but he'll do what he needs to do.
So, what happened in our last episode is that all 4 of these characters were hired by Rasputin to sneak out, or to sniff out, a plot against the Romanovs. They discovered it and ended up saving the life of the Tsarina and her children, and they also discovered the plot was put into motion by Countess Bathory of the Boyars. A plot that was set up to fail in order to make the Tsarina appreciate you guys and bring you even closer, which she has done. And that is where this episode begins. But first, let's go around and do our opening moves. This is a good way to get some XP as well as to kind of dig into the world. So let's start with Andre, or actually, Patrick, do you want to do your deaths real quick?
Sure.
Let's just take care of that.
So,
For Dragomir.
Hooray, deaths!
yay!
I know, great part of the game.
The first of my deaths is I destroyed or banished something or someone important at the request of another character, and they owe me a debt. So does everybody here want to offer up and say that I did something for them? I was going to just pull one of the characters.
Yeah, I mean, you could be one of the
I always need
NPCs.
help.
So you destroyed a magical item.
I destroyed something. It doesn't necessarily... It's a something or someone, so it can be anything. Such as incriminating evidence for a particular thief.
Oh, okay. You think that's possible, Ligantre? Like he was kind of your accomplice?
Well, he might have destroyed something that I really shouldn't have given away, like we know I do. So, it might have done me like a major solid.
Okay, so we can put you in his debt for that.
Did he destroy my soul locket? Is that what happened to my soul?
No.
That was another person.
Someone else destroyed
a
a soul
little
locket.
careless with the trinkets there.
Well, it's not destroyed, it's just, you're not gonna see it again.
But I need it.
You're not gonna see it again.
My next one, I'll go back to the second one. I'll go for the third one. Someone is intimately engaged with a member of my flock, and I doubt that they have my followers' best interests at heart, and they will owe me a debt. So I can be an NPC.
Okay.
How about Rasputin?
Yeah.
Could be Rasputin himself or someone else in the Raskolniks, but I think it might be Rasputin. I mean,
He gets around.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
worshipping.
I would say so. It would make sense that one of your faith. We should say you're playing the Hallowed.
I am, yes. I'm playing the
Which
Hollow.
is-
That means I'm a cult leader.
Yeah, very cool.
And the last one, this is the interesting one, I think. Someone comes to me often to confess their sins and seeks forgiveness. Tell them what solace you offer and ask them if they are comforted by my offering. If they find your efforts sufficient, they owe me a debt. If they do not, I owe them a debt.
What sin?
Probably not you then. something that makes you feel bad about something you did.
Why would I do something that makes me feel bad?
I don't know.
Well,
Those are questions that I have hopefully answers for.
The great questions.
Those are
Would
great
it be someone here who has some guilt they would like to?
I don't feel that.
Okay, probably not you there.
Yeah, seriously.
But it might be someone else at the table, or it
I
could be
only
an
feel
NPC.
bad if I get caught.
All right, yeah, I don't think it's
Prison.
Igatre, Andre, and Svetlana. Do you think you guys have some guilt left over from your years of undeath?
Well, I'm technically alive. I'm just.
Oh yeah,
I
just a
don't die.
werewolf.
Immortality.
That's true.
Well,
yeah, but you've been around for a long
I have
time.
been around for a while.
Do you
It's
think
like,
there's
well, I figured it's like Wolverine with the werewolves. Like, they've just got that.
Yeah.
Like, they'll eventually keel over and die. It just takes a really long time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long lived.
I would
Do
say
you
for
think?
me, it's every time she feeds on human that didn't need it.
Yeah, I think that might be a source of guilt for a vampire.
Sometimes she just wants to do it to people, but
So is this that Svetlana comes to me for solace when these sort of things happen?
yeah, that's when Batley pushes me too far.
Okay.
I probably
imagine
offer that the fact that you feel guilty about it means that you have a conscience that surpasses others of your kind, people who are less so worried about where their next meal comes from. That it means you're more human than you care to be, and that maybe she actually may have a chance of redemption in the light of Baldur and the gods of Asgard.
Well, that's pretty good so for that last part. It was like, you can find peace as long as you sign on with my particular faith. I mean, but no, I
I'd be
get it.
above a leader. That's what I do.
You gotta fly the
You
flag.
have to eat people?
No.
Not
just
me.
What flows through them.
Oh, so they don't actually die.
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes they do.
Because that would be better than the rest of them who eat animals. Who definitely died.
Interesting way of looking at it.
So the question now is:
One
are you
might say it is
comforted?
the circle of life.
The question is: are you comforted
I
by what I offer you, or
photosynthesize,
you
so-
not? Do you feel lacking still?
Yes, but some of your nutritions do
Um,
come from.
No, I would say I
The
feel comforted
corpses
because
of-
someone
of the
outside
dead.
of my own
Well,
kind, who
they're
I
already
might think
dead.
would threaten me, actually understands.
Let's just say I feed
I
off of the
understand
dead as
that
well. They just happen to be alive
Things
before
have to
I.
surviving.
Ah, so you did feel comforted there?
Hard to say.
I would say yes.
I'm
Ooh,
getting
very good.
sustenance from.
You told me I have
from others.
more of a human side, and that's what I would wish to keep.
Who knows?
Oh,
I have a
good.
chance and choice. I always thought I did.
Okay, well let's have our opening moves.
Cool.
Okay.
So, Andre, who would you like to investigate for session intro?
That one, two.
Let's
One.
investigate the Raskolniks.
Ooh, okay. See what Rasputin's up to.
And then after this, I have to do my comes to the territory. 5.
Okay, not so good.
Not so good.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna say you have no idea what Rasputin's up to, and his summons to you comes kind of out of the blue. So we'll get to that. But you're kind of a little dumbfounded by a personal invitation from Rasputin.
Alright. And then I will do like I'm going to.
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. I don't know how much time we'll spend in the woods in this particular game.
Well, I'm just
but-
sort of.
But
Before,
yeah,
before I came over, I sort of did a little patrol of the area.
Right.
So let me ask you a favor. Threaten my interests.
Duel with blood. That's an 8.
Okay. So what are the results for that
On
one?
a 7 and 9, one of your troubles surfaces, but things are mostly stable. Oh, okay. One of your troubles surfaces. Your choice. Let's see. Of my two troubles. Ooh. One of my troubles is plus fealty, and it's based off of offer protection within territory of someone, and now their problems are yours. I put that as Marin.
Ooh, that makes sense. All right.
So Marin comes to me with something
Yeah, actually, that fits really well with what I
Either their
planned.
troubles have surfaced or something else.
Okay, Marin's going to approach you during the game.
Sure.
So we'll see how that turns out.
All right.
How about Tchaikovsky? Who would you like to research of the four factions?
So I've recently heard about the attempt on the Romanovs, correct?
Yes, this Petrushka circus company, of a circus of vampires, getting to assassinate young Alexei and his sisters.
I think I probably would have sent out at least one person in my flock to gather some information on possibly the I can't remember the right word for it. The going-ons and why they may have done this, and kind of investigate what happened
Right.
there.
See the machinations.
Machinations,
Yeah. Behind Petrushka. Okay.
So that'd be a night roll.
Yes.
Solid 0 for that.
Nice.
I rolled a 10.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm okay with this.
Well, this actually kind of brings you up to speed. I'm going to say
Good rings fire.
you discover that the useful piece of information you get is that the Boyars were behind Petrushka. So this was a plot that Countess Bathory hatched to get some of her representatives closer to the Tsarina.
Good to know. Good to know. And that's the night faction, correct?
Yes. How about Svetlana?
I guess since it's any game right now, I want to see if, because I know when we were going there, some of the Oprichniki showed up, like Pasternak and his right hand. I can't remember her name right
Nadia.
now.
is her
Nadia
name.
showed up, yeah. So I want to see what's going on with them and their involvement for right now, if possible.
Okay. So
She
give
was,
up
she was
more.
tagging along with me. I had to like try to ditch her.
Yeah. I don't know how well it worked, but all turned out okay in the end.
Try, yeah.
But yeah, give mortality a roll.
6. That's my first one.
Ooh, okay. Well, I will say that you're going to be unprepared for some attacks, perhaps, that the Oprichniki are going to unleash later in this game.
Yeah, that's my 6 will do. Yeah, I understand
How about you there?
First of all, I want to ask, would I have had any chance to get back to my tree and recover from harm at all?
I think so. Yeah, this is like going to be a few days have passed
Oh,
since
2
the.
days have passed and I'm all healed.
So
up.
probably if you've like pretty minor injuries, they're healed by now.
Yeah, I had like a faint and one tick into grievous, so that's probably healed up.
Yeah, you see, like you communed with your tree, or went to the tree.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. I am investigating mortality, more specifically Baron Unger, to try to figure out if I've got a way of sneaking into his chambers or possibly any place nearby.
Okay.
Any friendly spirits that might
Yeah,
be
I mean
irritating.
Baron Unger, he's very nominally immortality. He's not a member of the. He's not an Oprichniki.
Is he not what is he in then?
He's a little bit of a free agent at this point. I think I put him in Knight in the book, but you can do mortality.
I can do
if you
Knight.
want.
I think you brought night at the end as well.
Yeah,
I'll roll night.
because he was like kind of being recruited by them,
Sure
which
you want to do that.
not that successfully. He's kind of a wild card. But okay, yeah, give it a roll. Give Knight a roll.
Okay.
Focusing on Baron Unger. Ooh, very good.
Well, if it was mortality, that would have been great. But it was night, so that's a 6.
Oh no!
Still can mark it.
You get to mark it at least. All right.
I thought he was mortality, but whoops.
Okay, I'm gonna say you were not able to find out where he's gone like back to the front.
Okay.
So he left with his Cossacks to head back over to continue the war.
Or has he?
Yeah, or has he? As far as you know.
Really? I could take out vengeance on his grandchildren or his great-grandchildren.
Don't. If he has any. If you're a descendant of Baron Ron Sternberg, please write in and let us know. Your ancestor is horrible.
Or tweet at us like Mussolini's granddaughter.
Oh God! Ooh boy!
What?
Yeah,
Tweet at us
Mussolini's,
like Mussolini's granddaughter.
I know. Mussolini's granddaughter got in a Twitter beef with Jim Carrey, if you can believe it.
Because of Mussolini?
Yes.
She's like, my granddad was great. It's like,
Yeah, pretty
my
much.
granddad was
Like,
freaking Mussolini.
really?
It feels pretty funny.
I know.
I don't know if I'd be too proud of being like one of Hitler's influences that actually was a bad person.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you can't really blame Nietzsche or, well, okay, Wagner was a piece of garbage and Hitler loved him, but I mean, I guess they were probably all anti-Semites, but
Probably.
So many were, including so many of our characters that we're playing. That were in our game right now.
Yeah.
Not your characters, but the ones that I have to deal with.
Deal
So
with.
many of them, but not.
buddy.
Want to go on
oh,
record?
come on, it was just the height of the pogroms. I
Exactly,
mean,
I know,
according
the
to Fiddler-
black-
According to the Fiddler on the Roof, everything was going great at the time.
Oh, sure. It was a yiddle diddle diddle die. Yeah, the Black Hundreds are going around just massacring Jews. It's only going to get worse.
Such a happy
Yeah,
until
it really
the pogrom
is.
Yes,
happens.
but I want to say Rasputin, not anti-Semitic. Rasputin was remarkably unprejudiced. It was just like if you could hang and party, he was a foul. So
Rather progressive guy.
exactly,
Incredibly progressive guy. That's why they killed him.
among other reasons. But yeah, Igantre, who would you like to examine?
Right, so I'm gonna be rolling wild. I know we're gonna be dealing with vampires and vampire nobility pretty soon, so why not consult with another, highly powerful magical person I know who's in the area.
Baba Yaga. Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
hopefully smooth things over with her.
Okay, always good.
Wild 6 and 3. Not bad. It's a 9.
Okay. Let's see. So I would say.
So it says neck deep in it. Oh, someone in that faction adept, and someone in that faction owes me adept.
You want to
other-
owe me another day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it is the person I stole from.
I think that gets you up to 6 deaths altogether
Yeah.
with me. Yeah.
Really? 6
Whoa,
deaths.
cool.
At
What?
least I can heal him a lot, though, to be fair.
That's true.
But even still, I'm going to use that as leverage. Yeah, the knowledge of where her medallion is for help against the vampires. Anything that can
Ooh.
write it at all.
Okay, so are you asking, thinking of characters who would be in Wild? Are
I
you
don't know
gonna,
if I could ask Baba Yaga herself.
I don't know. I mean, you could try like a ritual and summon her. I'll tell you what. Give me a let it out.
Right.
We'll see how that goes. I mean, if not, you'll get one of her servants, which is.
Hi.
Well, we already.
9.
Ooh, okay.
I'll mark corruption.
Ah. Okay. I will say yes. You were able to do your ritual. And that chicken leg house just kind of appears. I don't know. You probably got to go in the woods to do it. It just like shows up. Like you turn around and there it is, with the fence posts, each one topped by a glowing skull. And yeah, that chicken leg house is right there.
Sweet. Alright, let's get down to business.
So you go in there, and of course, Baba Yaga, this little shrunken, incredibly wrinkled figure of vast power, is there in her crazy kitchen full of alchemical ingredients, strange mummified animals, probably some human body parts, all there that she's cooking up with her gnarled, long, spindly hands into some delicious stew of some variety. And she beckons you in, and he's like, "Sit, my child. You have done a kindness to one of my other children.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Now, you have just to ask, and Baba Yaga will help you."
I need assistance against the Boyers. They're planning something against the Serena, and I really need her alive. Because she's going to give me something that I really want.
She gives you a gap-toothed, yellow fang kind of smile. And what would you like, my child? A little toy to help fight the night creatures?
Well, something like this. And I bring out that broken demonic cross
Ooh.
that I had last time.
She says, "Oh, from Ludon. This will not help you so much. But I will do this to it." And she does some kind of waves her hands over it. She like draws out the misty essence of some sort of demonic entity, and she puts that in a little bottle and corks it there and gives that to you.
Even worse.
And she says, when you wish to make a big distraction, a storm, when you wish devils to come and help you, open the bottle and out they come. And then she like takes the cross and is like, I will keep this.
Hey, go ahead. Deal's a deal.
Very good. Now leave, my child. It is almost time for my stew.
Hey, until we can do business again. Or until I steal something else.
Oh, I love you, Entree.
She's a country.
So, you leave Baba Yaga there. And then you can write down, like, bottle o' demons if you want.
The phase will remember
Yeah.
this.
So, we'll cut ahead a bit.
So wait,
to...
who owes him a debt now?
I don't really know.
Well, that
I
kind
can
of was, that kind of was Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
Oh,
like-
okay, so that was like the whole thing.
So
Yes.
we could say that's null
The
and
debt
void
and
now.
null and void.
Right.
Still owe you another debt.
Yes, because I helped you get there.
Hey.
So, we'll cut
Did it
ahead a
work?
bit.
Did she get you something nice?
Yep. I'm not gonna open it until I really need to.
Drops.
Oh, if she says
I'm not gonna open it. Drop.
if she says to not open it until you need it, you definitely should wait until you need it.
We'll see how long that lasts.
So, we'll cut ahead a bit. All of you guys receive an invitation to the Winter Palace. There's going to be both a religious retreat of the Raskolniks with Rasputin and a grand costume ball. This ball is like kind of celebrating the anniversary of some Russian imperial victory or founding myth of some sort. So a lot of people are going to be there in costume, as of medieval Russian figures. So definitely an opportunity to hit all those great, to go all out in an expensive costume, so you can strut your stuff and just look like a old-timey knight or monk or bishop or something, while the rest of Russia starves. You guys arrive at the Winter Palace kind of in the mid-afternoon, so it's not quite night, but it's pretty dim. Winter Palace is this humongous Versailles kind of style estate, bigger than the Peterhof, which is kind of in the city. And Rasputin's guests, all sorts of nobles, aristocrats, foreigners, dignitaries are arriving. Servants are showing them to their quarters, and the costume ball is set to begin in a little bit. You guys are taken to the garden, and this is actually where you see Rasputin wearing his usual, his simple peasant garb with his big tangled beard. He's hanging out with you, Dragomir.
I'm currently wiping ash and soot off my hands.
Rasputin's like, you want to take a bath? You got a little ashy there.
It is fine. One of our rituals got a little heated. He smiles. We were throwing.
Oh,
we were throwing effigies
classic.
on a fire.
Oh, I get it. He
Yes.
did because you had a classic Dragomir humor. I love it.
Yes, we were taking all the things that deny us the truths of these worlds, the lust, the greed, whatever you may choose. Made effigies and threw them on a fire. Needless to say, I got a little ashy, a little smoke, but I'll be fine.
Very good. Well, it's a good, interesting coincidence you mentioned fire, but let me introduce you to some of my friends here who've helped me. Did such a wonderful job helping me before. Saved poor Alexei from the enemies of the Romanovs.
I must thank you for that, then.
So he introduces you guys. And this, Mr. Dragomir Tchaikovsky, a fellow seeker of eternal wisdom.
Yes, my name is Pathfinder Dragomir Tchaikovsky. I am the leader of a small group, but very dedicated worshippers. We call ourselves the Seeing Eye of Baldur.
Seeing Eye of Baldur.
Yes. You look familiar.
I look familiar
I feel
to
like-
everyone.
I feel like we've worked together before.
Have we? Oh.
Yeah, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
There's a guy.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
Well, yeah, thanks. thanks for that.
Anytime.
Yeah. You need anything?
I'm fine for now, thank you.
Yeah, that's good. But you know where to find me.
Well, Rasputin, you keep in good company.
What's your faction?
My power.
Mr. Tchaikovsky is good people.
Ah, I know. And Tchaikovsky, so I suppose you know two of these already, but we also have our friend the Wolf,
Ah,
Does
Andre.
everyone tell them that?
I don't know. That is a very honest question, but
Very few people enjoy being with a wolf.
I would.
I would tell you this: the truth is often better than a lie. And it's
Agreed.
sometimes to know your enemy and your ally at their truest face than those that would remain hidden behind veils of shadow and darkness.
Do you not want people to know because you're better than them?
People always seem to fear the powerful and therefore tend to try and harm me.
When I
See-
first met people, there were little furrier people that walked around on 4 legs, and then later on people told me those were dogs and not people. And I was very sad because they were the people that I really liked.
Everybody likes dogs, I will tell you this. It is a common truth of humanity.
Yes.
That and cats. I don't know why, but cats also.
Yes.
And of course, that's you there, our forest spirit.
Hello.
A forest spirit. Interesting. I've not met one of your kind before.
We usually are in the forest.
That would explain a lot.
I've gathered you together because I have another job for you. I admit this costume ball and religious ritual isn't merely for my amusement, though I'm certainly going to partake in a little of that, if you know what I mean.
Do you mean sex?
Yes.
It's always sex with this guy.
Is she always from blunt?
If there's a more godly act, you let me know.
I appreciate that.
Well,
Quite inquisitive.
while I am praying and making the preparations to pray, I want you watching my back because there's something else going on here.
I'm not sure I would want to watch your back as while you are worshipping.
All right, well, that's a little rude, but I'll
seen
let
your
it slide.
backside. I don't want to see it again.
Okay. Also, I mean, sure, let's be rude to Rasputin here.
Your backside reminds me of a dog. I do not find it unpleasant.
See, thank you there. It's appreciated. So, the ritual is a way summons various energies, all of which will help the gift that your mistress gave me, you there.
Oh, you opened it.
Yes, and they will help to make this gift hatch. And he takes out of his robes a large egg, maybe like ostrich egg size, so pretty substantial. And it is all orange, kind of obsidian, red, just glowing with an inner heat. He's like, yes, a thing of beauty and
Yes.
a symbol of the power of the motherland.
Oh, is it the firebird?
I will keep it safe, and I want you to watch me. So go, mingle, see the other guests. I fear there are plots against me, plots to steal this from its rightful owner, me, and of course through me, the Tsarina and the Tsar and the Romanovs and the Russian people.
Stealing from you? Who would ever think of doing such a vile thing?
I can name a
my
few people.
word.
Who indeed? Well, I have to prepare for some worshipping. I'll leave you to it, unless you have any quick questions. All right.
No?
Oh, we all know what to do.
I mean, I assume we know what to do.
Yes, we go in there and we ask everybody if they plan to plot against Rasputin. If they say yes, then we kill them.
They could be lying, though.
Why would they say yes?
Because there are people who like to lie for fun.
Yes.
And,
We cannot always trust the word of others.
So if they say no, we also kill them.
no.
Let's not kill them until we're sure that they're a threat and they tried to kill us. Huh?
However, because there's probably going to be someone who's trying to kill someone, you probably will have a chance to kill them.
Oh, I didn't mean to kill them myself, just one of you. You all like killing so much.
You do not know
Maybe
me.
you don't.
I don't know how you would know if I'm a killer or not.
No, I wasn't addressing you necessarily. Although, do you eat meat?
On occasion.
Then you enjoy death.
Okay, that is a way of putting it.
So you guys head into the main ballroom, the St. George's Hall, which is this vast ballroom, and the costume ball is getting underway. There's a band, full orchestra, all sorts of wonderful food set out. Caviar. I mean, the average Russian person and probably not get it's like one crust of bread per day at this point. But over here, the banquet tables are full of delicious food, and all kinds of nobles garbed up in this medieval style are swanning about, enjoying the music, the dancing, and the food. So there are a few of them who catch your eye. Actually, Svetlana, we're going to kind of start with you. You are approached by a character you met in our last game, Ambassador Livingston.
Oh.
Yes, Lionel Livingston.
Yeah, he was chatting me up.
Mm-hmm. So he's the British ambassador. Right now he's wearing kind of a British Knights outfit to sort of go with the theme, with the big old St. George's cross and a little costume sword there, which is constantly banging into furniture and pulling his belt and his pants down. Which he's tripping over. It's a mess. But that Livingston luck. But he makes his way over to you. Svetlana, hello there.
That's the thing. Yes.
Dude, constantly rolls
Good
threes.
evening, Ambassador. Pleasure to see you again.
Oh, and it's very, very good to see you as well. I should say, are you in costume?
Yeah, but would I recognize him anywhere, the way he's dressed?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he just he probably his calendar messed up, so the costume ball was not on there. And you get to get a really cheap costume the day before, and it's just some paper. He kind of drew the little St. George's cross on. His sword's made of cardboard, so it's not a great costume. But yeah, you recognize him pretty easily.
So you're enjoying yourself this evening?
Oh, it's a smashing time.
Speaking of smashing, how about the last time that we met?
Oh yes, that was a dreadful occurrence. Those circus folk attempting to murder the Tsarevich. I tell you, I dearly fear that the Romanovs, their fate hangs on a thread.
So are you here this evening purely on pleasure, or are you working?
Well, I'm afraid it is business, business of the Empire or whatnot. Have to fly the flag, make sure they know they are supported by their ally across the water. The Entente bound together for freedom-loving nations everywhere against the Kaiser's predations, as they say. But I'll admit there was something that occurred on the way here that frightened me.
Oh, what could frighten you?
A very small rabbit?
No! It was a large creature of some sort. I mean, it might have been a particularly misshapen tree with the shadows.
Oh, no trees are misshapen. All trees are the way they're supposed to be.
Well, if it wasn't a misshapen tree, I'm not entirely sure what it was. It was some sort of spindly, large, hunched-over creature with long, tangled limbs, claws, it seemed like.
Really? If you could put a height to it.
Oh, I would say perhaps 8 or even 9 feet tall. This thing
Hairs
was...
on the back of my neck stand up, yeah.
Yes, this was monstrous. It had to be just some trick of the light or something of that nature.
Would this be a thing that falls under wild or a thing that falls under night?
I could see either. I could see the case for either. So I'll let you roll if you want to roll.
I want to do a face to the name on wild.
Okay. Yeah, this one fits under wild. So let's see how you do there.
Well, do you currently have a dot in wild? Because if not, you
I
can
don't.
go ahead and roll instead of me.
Sure.
Because I already have a daughter.
The first session, man,
Yeah.
I got good with the wild faction. 12.
You got good with that roll.
Oh wow. Okay. I mean, this would actually. So this creature is called a Drekovac. You recognize it by the description, and it actually would fit under night or wild because it's sort of like undead. It's actually one of Chernobog's creatures. It's part of a group of monsters known as Nav, which are like undead. So zombies, ghosts, restless dead, all those sorts of things. And with a 12, you can tell that like it's been summoned. It's something that can be summoned and controlled by like some dark magic, a necromancer of some sort. Has summoned this monster.
Well, this creature is what you say it is, then we may have found our, let's say, our woes for this evening.
I will sweep through them and look for anything that does not seem like a human or a dog.
That would be a very good idea.
So
Which I-
this,
What about a cat?
Oh, I like cats.
So not human, not dog, not cat.
There were horses. There's some
horses.
horses in the stables,
Horses.
of course.
There are horses in the room?
No, on the estate, in the stables.
Oh.
Rather put my foot in that one. My mistake.
So would it be okay if I did like an investigative place of power mortality to try to figure out if there's anything amiss here?
Okay.
Or would it be a hit the streets? I have no idea.
Let's do. I mean, they're pretty really the same thing. Let's go with hit the streets, or actually no, investigate a place of power, because that's like.
Okay.
This means you're asking for help. Here, you're like you're scanning the area to see if there's any
Yeah.
occult stuff in the Winter Palace.
Yeah, because there isn't really scanning for things other than investigative place of power. So.
Right.
Oh, snake eyes. I don't know.
Yeah, you were not sure.
On the other hand, I leveled up.
Well, that's good. So Livingston says, "Well, I'll if the worst happens, I'll be on guard."
Oh, I know you will do fine. And
Oh,
you're
thank you.
quite helpful.
You there comes back with a curtain.
Oh.
I found this. This is not a human or a dog, and therefore is the enemy. I apprehended it.
Thank you. We appreciate
no,
it.
good job. Those spirits
I give
are
it to you.
deeply
I
offended.
have not paid. I'm not touching it. It just kind of falls to the ground.
Some servant snatches it up.
Appreciate
I believe it is dead.
You have won.
Was it ever alive at all?
Can I
Is
actually?
anything?
Can I actually
Yes, something.
reach out to my flock?
Yeah, they're here. Like they're part of the Raskolniks. So Rasputin, of course, invited them to the party.
Excellent. I'm gonna call my flock to action, invoking one of my tenets that lies blemish the righteousness, bear not false witness, and they're going to seek out the truth as best they can. Kind of, these people are well connected within the city. They're gonna try to use those connections to try to worm out any truths they might so find. Ooh, that was bad.
Oh no! All right, so what's the result there?
So that's a 5. So on a miss, a portion of my flock is seized by the faith and moves to address the problem in ways I did not foresee.
Oh dear.
Ooh, okay. I'll come back to haunt me.
I'm so in chaos.
Cool.
Clearly,
Okay.
I apprehended the wrong Kurt.
Igantre. You notice
Look for the next one.
Baron Ungern. He's there wearing like a nasty, and I mean, I'm sure it's very expensive and cool looking actually, like Cossack outfit with like a bunch of swords. Definitely not costume pieces, by the way. And he's sort of like peering around the corner, and he makes eye contact with you, and he beckons you to like come talk.
Oh boy. Well, I'll be back in a minute.
What do you see?
I just needs to do some business. It will be beneficial for us. Don't worry. I don't have anything up my sleeve or in my pockets. Just got my bag.
Pockets sound very logical. Why not?
Oh no, there's pickpockets around. I don't want to give them any chances. Come on, man. I'm gonna walk off in a scuff. Can't believe this.
Where does he keep his belongings?
So,
If not-
I
You pop over next to Baron Ungern.
It may not be a good idea to find
Are any of you guys? He wants this to be a private conversation, just him and Egantre. Are any of you guys trying to listen in?
I don't. It depends on whether or not I notice the Baron.
He was trying to be quiet about it, like he was, peering around the corner, just like beckoning to Egantre only. But you do see Egantre, wandering off. So.
I mean,
So it's sort of up to you guys.
I think I'll probably listen in.
I mean, I've really got my eye out for the Baron.
Okay, so you might have noticed this, especially Egantre's not like hiding it really.
Not really.
Okay.
Can I actually take on the appearance of one of my flock members?
Oh, to try and spy on him. Okay.
Yep.
So you're gonna try and assume this.
It's a let it out roll.
All right.
And I'm going to use my fairy magic.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's a 10.
Okay, you're able to successfully eavesdrop.
As I turn into somebody else, one of my members who would seem innocuous around nearby.
Yeah, I mean it is a costume ball, so.
Yeah.
I turn into a mouse and hop into your pocket
Okay.
so that I'm nearby.
Also very inconspicuous.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to hide it. I mean, if somebody hears us, that's his problem. I don't care.
Yeah, and I mean I don't imagine Baron Ungern is very perceptive. So he's like, you, Montolio, Egantre, you gave me that wonderful sword.
Yeah.
Now, are you? Oh yeah.
How's that working out for
Oh, I love it. The way it just cleaves through bone and muscle. Oh,
And you're keeping it in a safe place, I assume?
I got it right here.
Good.
I'm carrying it around me all the time, along with this one here and this dagger. All of these things, they work together so well.
Good.
Now, I think I might use them tonight. That bastard Rasputin, he's gonna do some ritual, isn't he?
Ritual, if you mean ritual as in worshipping the human body, yeah.
Ugh, disgusting.
My friend, you have not seen disgusting until you've locked in on him worshipping.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I'm marking another corruption.
Oh, what are we doing to Ungern here?
I'm using glamour
Okay.
to cause the Rasputin to just kind of suddenly materialize from around a corner. And
Oh, okay.
and say, my ears, they are burning.
Mr. Rasputin there. We were just talking about how much we appreciate your devotion to God and the comfort you provided to the Tsarina.
Is this what you were talking about?
Isn't that right, Mr. Egantre?
Oh, of course. We're just talking, local gossip and everything. Don't worry about it.
You should watch when you speak of powerful people.
It's okay. He wasn't speaking of powerful people. Do not worry. As I kind of just wander off.
Okay.
I mean, powerful people are my best customers. Isn't that right, Baron?
Absolutely.
And I'd, slap him on the shoulder and everything. See, we are buddies, after all.
Very good, very good. At which point he walks straight through a wall.
Ungern's like...
Pulls his head back out and goes.
Ungern's jaw drops. He was over
This is how Rasputin got his reputation.
Yeah. He goes over to Egantre and he's like, the man has unholy powers. I know it. Look, he might be listening even now. I must be quick. He's going to do some horrific ritual tonight. I'm not sure what, but I want it stopped. I'm going to try and act against it. I'll talk to others and see what I can do.
Baron,
Yes.
I am close to Rasputin.
Oh, very good. So when the time comes, help me destroy the ritual.
Of course, I'm not exactly much of a fighter. I might need something.
Would you like a sword?
If you catch my drift, don't worry. I know it's probably yours. I mean, I just need a way to, do the job.
Ooh, okay, I like it. He's going to require a persuade, but if it works, he might even give you the very sword you gave to him.
Persuade.
Oh, you can re-roll that one. We got a dice down there.
Dice down.
Okay. So, I'm going to let that go. That is a 9 altogether.
Okay, he's like, would you like him to modify the terms, or do you want to own the debt?
Modify the terms or own the debt. I'll own the debt. I am taking the sword.
Okay.
I do want the sword.
Very well. It has served me well. I just ask that when the time comes, you do the right thing with it.
Don't worry. The right thing is always in my heart.
Very good. Now I have to just hurry out. I don't know. I'll like strangle a dog or something. So I just have to feel something dying under my hands to make me feel better.
I have to feel something.
Yeah, this Rasputin. Yeah, he heads off.
I am following him.
So you can't see if it kills a dog.
Well, actually, you there, as you're, or are you a mouse again, or are you?
Mouse.
Okay. You do pass Jack Reed, who is kind of looking around for you, dressed up as a cowboy, of
Do
course.
I know Jack Reed?
Yes, this is the reporter
Oh, the
who is also working for
American.
Baba Yaga.
The American.
Yeah, the American. Yeah, he's an American reporter who is also kind of serving as Baba Yaga's agent. So you can talk to him now or later if you'd rather go after the Baron.
Yeah, well, he just threatened to kill a harmless animal that I love.
Ooh, okay. We'll see what goes on with
I
that.
love dogs so much, guys.
I know, we know.
So meanwhile, Dragomir,
Yes.
you're actually approached by another individual who you've encountered through your time in the religious hierarchy of Petrograd. I keep calling it St. Petersburg, which is not right, except for it is right.
It's still right.
Yeah. No, it's for Petersburg sounds too German. Gotta get rid of it. We're at war. The Kaiser must be stopped.
Like
You are-
Petrograd doesn't sound any more German.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess. Yeah, you're totally right. But you are stopped by another individual who is in the hierarchy of Petrograd, in the religious sense. It is Iliodor. Yes, he's a Hyro monk, which is like a monk who's also a priest, and he looks a little bit like a lamer Rasputin. Like he's normal size, unlike the pretty big Rasputin. His beard he's an okay beard, but it's just kind of scraggly and not the full lustrous one that Rasputin has.
No one can look as glorious as Rasputin does.
And yeah, well, this guy's like trying at least. And he's wearing like these simple, dark, Russian Orthodox church robes with a cross and everything. And he approaches you.
Iliodor.
Dragomir, I'm glad to see you here.
Glad to be here.
Our gracious host invited you.
Yes, for a personal matter between me and him.
I can imagine that. He's always making deals. You know, his path of his place of honor and privilege should be mine. I was the one who was ministering to the needs of the Tsarina before he showed up with his magic and his rituals and his orgies.
I laughed.
It's also the password for the orgies.
Orgies.
Well, if your faith is strong enough, maybe you should bring this argument up to he himself.
Ugh, I wish I could. He's too strong, and he's got the Tsarina on his side. That poor woman, bewitched by his evil.
I think she's bewitched by more than just his evil, but still.
Oh, don't even think about it. When I imagine that poor, beautiful woman and him engaged in unholy congress.
Iliodor.
Well, you can tell he was
should-
getting a little hot under the collar
it is
there.
best to not bear false
Oh,
witness.
exactly. It's terrible.
You should probably maybe be a little more open with yourself than you have been in the past.
Well,
But
Rasputin must be stopped, and I'm asking you.
what would you ask of me?
He's going to conduct some sort of blasphemous ritual.
That is news to me, but okay.
This ritual involves an egg. He's going to
Interesting.
hatch it, summon something.
Do you know what he is summoning?
I can only speculate. There are certain myths and legends. You, a foreigner to our land, might not know them, and I'd rather keep certain things to myself. But if you've heard of the firebird, I'll leave it at that.
I have not, but yes, I'm maybe newer to these parts of the world, but if you want me to help, I really need to know this information. I don't know what I'm getting myself into if you just kind of throw me into the fire. If you will.
Okay. Give me a persuade. He might tell you more.
It's a heart roll, right?
Yes.
It's a 7.
Okay. He's like, I'll tell you what I know of the firebird, but you must owe a debt to me and act against Rasputin when the time comes to help me steal that egg.
I will do what I can.
Okay, so you're gonna take that debt there?
Yeah.
Okay, you owe Iliodor. So he says, Firebird is a creature of legend, somewhat like the phoenix, but it grants power to whoever captures it. In the legends, heroic princes go off and battle sorcerers, wizards, monsters, even the Baba Yaga herself, to recapture the Firebird and bring it back. It's a creature of legend, and if I had it, I could put it in a cage, bring it over to the Tsarina, and she'd say, "Oh, Iliodor, the Firebird is so beautiful, I love you!" In a chaste, holy way, of course. And then Rasputin would be kicked out into the snow, and it would be Iliodor in power once more.
I grab Iliodor by the shoulder. Iliodor, I appreciate your honesty. The light of Boulder is very much revealing to your situation, and I understand. I will do as best as I can to help with your catching of the Firebird when the time comes.
Very good, very good.
Thank you.
All right, he stomps off.
Cool. I'm going to relay this to Elgontry. Is that right? Am I saying it right?
Egantry? Yeah.
Elgontry. Elgontry.
Yes.
So apparently, this whole egg thing is surrounded by something called a firebird.
A firebird?
Yes, it's apparently whoever catches it after it hatches is granted power.
Really?
It'd be very useful, could it not?
Oh, yeah. Very useful. Say, how much do we have a lead on where this firebird is?
It's in the egg.
It's in the egg.
That's all going to happen down when the ritual is going off.
And where's the egg currently?
It's the one that Rasputin had. He showed us.
Oh.
As that sort of obsidian with the really cool looking egg.
Yeah, yeah.
The gift from Baba Yaga.
Oh.
Andre, you and Svetlana actually are summoned. So, like, a servant comes over and asks that Marin would like to speak with you.
Very well. Lead the way.
You're going with him, Svetlana? And then we'll see. We'll check back with what you there's antics and the Baron, because he's heading somewhere too, I think.
Okay. On the way over, do I see anybody else?
You'll get a chance to like kind of reconvene in a little bit.
Okay.
And like kind of share all you've learned. Because you're gonna learn some stuff right now. So you guys head out towards kind of like the antechamber, and Marin is there. Also there is a bear of a man, this humongous Cossack, wearing like a full fur outfit, humongous fur hat. He's got a big beard that kind of mingles with his coat, so it's a little hard to tell where one ends and the other begins. He is...
Don't. It's all one piece.
Oh man, he just weaved it together and then never takes off his coat. Maybe. He's got a wild snake to him. And he has a bunch of like swords and rifles just like strapped to his back.
Shit, do I recognize this brute?
Give me put a face to a name.
This guy sounds like as big as the guy that was described outside.
It might be. This will tell you you've met him before.
What's his faction?
Knights.
State.
Okay, so you haven't met him before, but you know his reputation. This is Atman Taras, who is a brutal Cossack that fell under the sway of the boyars like ages ago, and he conducted some kind of... He's like not human anymore. He did some horrific ritual that turned him into a lycanthrope, except for not with a wolf, with a bear, a werebear-like creature.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, he's the one that captured the Leshy.
Yes. You might not know that. Maybe if you rolled a 10, you would know the exact details of what he did.
Right. No, I just...
Yeah, you just know he did something pretty
got enough
nasty.
reputation.
Yes. So, and you can tell him and Marin are already like kind of arguing a bit. And Mantaris is like, we should go in there, kill them all, take the egg, walk away. I need to feast. And Marin's like, calm yourself. There'll be time for that later. And he beckons you two over. Svetlana, Andre, this is Atman Taras. I'm sure his reputation precedes him.
Quite.
Yes. Yes.
It is interesting to see a fellow beast. You do not seem... You seem familiar, but not quite.
Do you want to put a face to a name with him and see if you've interacted before?
Well, it's sort of like... It was more of like... He's very similar to what
yeah,
I
similar
am,
to
but
Weddle, but not quite.
Yeah, sure, I'll do put a face to a name. 9. It's a straight 9.
Okay. So yeah, once again, you probably know what Svetlana knows about him. That he's like... He's done some ritual that's turned him into a werebear. Yeah, so he like glares down and looks at you, and he's like... you figure this gotta be a werebear?
As soon as like he's a werebear, as soon as you describe him, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, this guy's a werebear.
Yes.
He glares down at you, and he's like, I see no similarity, little wolf.
Well...
Everybody knows this.
This shall set you free.
Since everyone seems to love pointing that out, of course everyone knows.
And after you bought that T-shirt that said "Not a werewolf,"
A bad decision.
Got a little button on my phone.
I am not a werewolf.
hold on, only a werewolf would wear that.
Well,
It's also Hot Topic, so it could be anybody.
Have the two of you been enjoying the festivities the whole evening, or have you possibly been walking the grounds?
Marin says, I would have liked to enjoy the festivities. Unfortunately, I have to play nursemaid to Taurus over here. I'm trying to hold him in check until the time comes.
oh,
And Taurus says, I am not one to be held in check. I wish to bathe in blood.
that may happen.
Feel
soon.
prey under my jaws. It will happen soon, I hope so. It's been too long since me and my host have rampaged through some villages, and I've chased down quarry and devoured them as a predator should.
Well, some might say some enjoy the hunt, but you do not seem the type. So it might be good to find out the intricacies of a true hunt, which does require some patience, my friend.
He's like, I wouldn't say I enjoy the hunt. I enjoy the kill.
Well, the kill is part of the hunt.
All right. Marin's like, this is what I have to deal with. Look, there's going to be a ritual very soon. Rasputin's going to conduct some sort of ceremony that will hatch this magical egg, bring about the firebird. Our mistress, the Countess, she would like the egg for herself.
Well,
When the time comes, I might send Taurus in here to take the egg. If he can control himself until then, at least it'll be a distraction.
well, we've been, or at least the group that I've been with has been tasked to watch over Rasputin. But there may be a possibility that we can get you inside.
Alright, we'll consider it.
Real quick, this is at who's beckoning again?
This is at Countess Bathory is asking them. These guys are her agents.
The Countess. Yes.
All right.
So Marin says, well, continue as if nothing was amiss,
Of course.
and then we'll send
Of course.
the Cossack in. And when the bear's bloodlust is sated, I don't know if anyone will be left standing, but the egg at least can be stolen in the chaos. Bathory could use it well.
Yeah, she seems to enjoy that.
Taurus is like, I don't care about the particulars, I just want to fight.
Well, I think it would be best if you leave Rasputin alone. He is very integral to the Countess's plans, I believe.
Okay. Mirren says, well, I'll do my best, but see what I'm working with here.
True.
All right, so you there?
Yes.
You've
So I mark another corruption to change into a Samoyed husky puppy as I follow after him. By the way, that means that I take a corruption move now. I'm sorry if I mangle the Irish, but I believe it's pronounced gakuat, which is you take the remaining fairy powers. When you use fairy magic, you may no longer choose to suffer harm.
That's a good one to have.
Yeah. That's great, actually. By the way, I've also been steadily increasing my corruption. Every time that I lie, I increase my corruption.
Was that you lying to Iliador?
Oh, hell yeah. There's also a couple of the times, like, it's technically whenever I violate the tenets of my faith, which is lies, blemish, the righteousness. So when there was a discussion between the Count, not the Count, but the Baron and...
So you don't owe him anything.
By the way, one of the things, the phase corruption move is if you break a promise or tell an outright lie, you have to mark corruption. It's why she's blatantly, flagrantly honest about literally everything.
Oh, I lie.
Yeah.
I know, we got plenty of people who are not honest.
Yes.
Oh,
Look at you, Andre.
Yeah, but with the whole decision of like Entree and the Baron, when I stepped in to like, oh, we weren't talking to, the fake glamored Rasputin.
Yeah.
I was lied to preserve what was going on, so it doesn't seem like, oh, we're all just listening in.
But number one, I think that the Baron is clearly the person that's plotting against Rasputin, not knowing that almost everybody else in the room is as well.
Literally, he's plotting against Rasputin.
Literally everyone.
Yep.
This line ends with a bolt in the
So
forehead.
she's taking care of this problem right now. And if he attacks this adorable little dog like he just said that he was going to, all kinds of hell's going to break loose on the guy.
Okay.
He did just say he wanted to kill a dog.
Alright, here's what happens. Because you are Are we gonna have a puffy death? We're not. He turns around and is like, ugh, and just glares at you. He starts to pull his sword when another voice tells him to stop. And it's like, Baron, hold on a moment. And Archduke Fyodor Pasternak comes out. With him are a bunch of Oprishniks who are wearing like the all black and kind of like hooded sort of monkish uniforms of the Oprishniki with their badge of like the dogs, the severed dog's head. More dead dogs, I'm sorry. Blame Russian history. And the groom. So they like hit out and kind of stop them. And these guys are heavily armed. They have like bandoliers. Some of them, 2 of them are carrying like a machine gun, like on a tripod that can be set up. Pasternak's like, hold on, not yet. When the time comes, we will end Rasputin's reign and give Russia back to the righteous. Look at this cute puppy. So he's like kind of guiding
She
Ungern
sits up
away.
like people.
It's very cute. He's guiding Ungern away. As much as Ungern wants to kill this dog, he is being kind of... I mean, Archduke Fyodor outranks him. So
Yeah.
he's being led away.
So now I know that Archduke Fyodor's in on the plot, too.
Yeah. Yes, the Oprishnik here also planning an attack here. Alright, so you heading back there?
Yeah, but I'm heading back in as a dog.
Okay. Jack
This
Reed
cute
gives,
little dog.
Jack Reed gives you a pet. Like all good Americans, he loves dogs. So you guys reconvene sort of in the kind of a little parlor adjacent to the ballroom.
So what did you...
Oh, and Rasputin himself actually arrives there. He's been like getting ready, so doing some calisthenics and stuff.
Yeah, sure. He's been doing something.
Please tell me he has pants on.
He is clothed at this point.
Oh, thank God.
He has a robe on.
There's a glowing crystal around his neck.
That movie is full of inaccuracies.
Granted.
So Rasputin's like, well, what did you learn? Oh, okay.
Well, you don't understand her speaking?
I'm afraid the speech of animals is a new one on me.
Same, I don't understand it all.
Well, let's just let her speak. She thinks she's people.
Oh, wow.
God.
Igantre, you have a new sword.
Yes.
Where'd that come from?
It came from our good friend Baron Strungar.
Oh, him.
Didn't you get that sword from him?
Yes. I told him I needed it to kill you. He wants to kill you, by the way. I actually think I marked corruption for that too, because mine is exploit someone's ignorance of the arcane for personal gain. So yes.
Yeah, I'm actually exploiting
The
Ungern.
deception is strong with this game.
Rasputin's like, thank you for letting me know. Ungern, he's a mass murderer. There's too many of them who the Tsar's armies, and Ungern's one of the worst. The number of innocent people he's killed is almost beyond number. Thank you for letting me know.
And especially good that I got the sword back. Now I can sell it to someone else.
The truth should always be freely spoken, especially amongst comrades. The truth it's what sets us aside from those beings of darkness and of evil.
It's true.
And,
The truth will out.
Hero monk Iliador also plots to gain the egg of yours. Yes, I know.
Iliador.
Yes, I have said I would assist as I would try to help, but of course, I do not know how I feel about that.
The man he's so full of hate. Jealousy, too, now that I've taken his place as the Tsarina's favorite.
Oh yes, he is very much enamored with her and has a hard time coming to terms with it.
I think so. And the man, he's a supporter of the Black Hundreds. He might have even ridden with them in their massacres of Jews and Gypsies and so on. They say he's even conducted necromantic rituals. The wrong kind of romantic, if you ask me.
I would agree with that.
We've learned that there may be an undead creature on its way.
Well, when the ritual happens, we must stand ready.
This undead creature, by the way, what was it called again?
As a Dracovac.
A Dracovac. Does it have any weaknesses, Andre?
No, but I'm pretty sure that which is holy is very much the antithesis of undead. And I'm going to walk over and... May I see your sword for a second?
Very well.
I'm going to bless it with my faith. At least attempt to. And I do. That's an 11. So this is now this
A
weapon.
lot more useful he didn't have -2 in blood.
Oh, well, anybody who wields it has it, so it could be used by any of us.
So you there turns back
What
into her
corruption?
semi-human form, but she keeps the dog ears for now.
Oh.
There's also a plot against you by Archduke Fyodor Pasternak.
Oh, the Oprishniki.
And they're working together with the Baron Ungern.
Ungern.
It makes sense. Pasternak's also a bigot and a butcher.
It seems like the bigots all are getting involved in this.
But they don't like Rasputin for obvious reasons.
It's true.
Yes, and it just makes me want to see him dead more. The Baron, he's useful perhaps, but terrible.
Did the two of you find out? any
Yes,
more
Svetlana,
plots?
Andre, what did you learn?
Oh, there are many plots against you, as it seems.
Oh man, you guys are staying loyal to Bathory?
I am, at least.
Ooh, okay, Svetlana.
Have to, she feeds me.
Divided loyalties. Alright, so he's not expecting an attack from that direction, perhaps.
No?
And
But
you
now,
two promise that you don't find out anything in additional?
They're friends of ours. I do not believe they would lie to us.
Not to us, to everybody else.
That's true.
interesting. Well, Rasputin's like, alright, very good. Now I must don my vestments, so to speak. And he takes off his robe.
Not here, please.
Too late.
Why are you so ashamed of such magnificent form?
Agreed.
I've never seen so much hair in my life.
I
Oh,
have not
man.
spent much time in the Far East.
When I was just a dog, then I had much more hair.
But that's fur. That's like,
That is also fur.
Hair is also fur.
I suppose.
Hair is also fur.
It's like I got a lot of fur.
Matted in places.
So, Rasputin leads you guys to the Apollo room, which is a little bit smaller place adjacent to the Grand Ballroom, the St. George room. Which is, and this place is extremely decorated, like beautiful crystal furnishings, tons of like shimmering mirrors on the walls. It's a regular, like kind of a fantasy of a room.
Is this? Can I try to figure out if this sits at a crossroads of ley lines, if possible?
Yeah, okay. You mean investigate a place of power. For mortality, I suppose. Or you can do power if you want as well.
I mean, they're both going to succeed. So let's go with power.
Okay, I mean, I guess because it's like the site of a ritual that's Rasputin's faction's ritual. So, okay, the place itself isn't that powerful, but you do they've set it up for the ritual, so they've like drawn all these occult runes in a big circle on the floor, making like a set of these interlocking etchings on the floor there. They put all these candles around.
Even with such weak ley lines, they think it's going to succeed?
Well, they're making up for it
Oh, that's true.
in orgy power.
J.O. crystals.
Yes.
That's an hour and a half.
Yeah. So, while a band's going on, and it's smoky and chaotic, and the egg is set on like a brazier with this bluish flame dancing around it, and lots and lots of like kooky writhing bodies just going at it, forming a circle. And of course Rasputin's right there in the middle of it, but he's breaking away to like say these words, sprinkle some dust and powder that makes the flames leap and dance and play over the surface of the egg.
Does the room have a fireplace by any chance?
What are you thinking of doing?
Just in case something goes down, I wanted to consult my arcane network. When I hit the streets with that, I can roll mine instead of morality.
And I
Ooh,
want
okay.
to...
Yeah, it's got like a kind of a pretty decent sized hearth. Big old fireplace there.
I wanted to call it to my my flock telepathically to kind of set them at entrances to this place, kind of as pseudo guards. Not like necessarily fighting, but just kind of watch out and make sure and let us know if anything is approaching from the inside, from other doorways or.
Okay, let's do
entryways.
your roll to
Right. It's
get
arcane
in touch with your
network.
network.
So wait, so there's like this full ritual going on and an orgy at the same time?
No, the orgy is the ritual.
The orgy is the ritual. Okay.
Yeah, so
As is often the case.
So step over.
From what I know.
Esoteric stuff.
Yeah, from what I've read.
What you practiced.
Well, if there's an orgy
Finger.
going on, I'm gonna start dancing around the orgy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
weak
dancing,
ley
too.
lines, you gotta compensate with something else.
I'm sure that the balalaika, is that the right instrument I'm thinking of?
Balalaika.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that music is going full tilt.
Okay.
I don't know, does Scooter, I don't know if you got any balalaika tracks in there. I doubt
So I
it.
did roll
It's okay, it's just an obscure, like, Russian instrument, so.
No, I just felt this one fit very well.
Yeah,
Just, you know,
no, this
Pat's new
is
track is now
yeah,
part
this
of
is
an
no.
orgy.
Oh, this is yeah. You shared it with us earlier.
I did.
Yeah, this is very good actually. This is perfect for
Perfect for the ritual space.
So I did
I thought
roll a
this was
7
ritualistic.
altogether.
Okay.
So I'm just basically pricking my finger, flinging a speck of blood into the fireplace to conduct a ritual meeting of my network. Specifically my suppliers, the Yoshida sisters.
Ooh. Okay.
And I say to them, alright, ladies, I need something that is useful against an undead monster. His name is, I think, it's called, what was it? The
Dracovac.
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 Yes.
Yeah. Yoshida sisters. Okay. Are they? So your network? Was it like the League of Luminaries or the Temple of Thoth?
All of them, actually. Anyone
okay.
who's sufficiently powerful in magic or something has done business with me.
Right. Do you think the Yoshida sisters would be in one of those groups, or are they like?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I mean, I can see that like they hang around. I mean, because Japan. Do you think are they in Japan? You would say, or?
I would say Japan. I only do this when there's like a need of something like I can't get right now.
Okay. You're probably with the Temple of Thoth, because England and Japan are allies at this point. Okay, so for a 7, do they give you what you need there, or?
Yeah, but I owe them an object I haven't yet acquired yet.
Ooh, okay.
A deal for a deal.
That makes sense. Alright, so on the other side of the fireplace, there's some rustling and some whispering. And first of all, a bill comes through. A
Just
little
a sheet of paper, like.
Yep, being like, you owe us.
I owe you.
Yeah, but the opposite.
It's an invoice.
Yeah.
Gotta figure that.
And then, let's see, what would be good? I am gonna say you get like a dried, desiccated spider. Yeah, it's dead. It's mummified.
Okay.
And there's just like a little user manual. Maybe it doesn't come, but a little note comes with it saying like, very fragile. When the time comes, toss it in the direction of the monster.
Okay, I'll put this in my bag too.
With your holy sword and your spider of destruction.
And the bottle of demons,
Yeah.
don't forget.
And the bottle of demons.
Yes, mummified spiders.
This is what the scholar does. He gets stuff.
He gets some really weird stuff.
Oh, yes.
I love it. You're like sort of just building this crazy collection. Okay, let's have you roll to post your cult out as guards here.
That's 10.
Okay, they
so-
see something for sure.
Yeah, they're going to honor my request. They're not going to ask questions, and they don't demand a debt from me. So they automatically kind of just like they're gathering at places to be able to let me know when something bad's about to go down. Kind of an early warning system, if you will.
Okay, one of your cultists. Who do you think is like kind of your right hand man or woman?
Probably a lesser noble who at this party. Someone who they blend in. They're connected within Petrograd, but they're not like someone who stands out as being vastly important. They're probably not directly connected to the Romanovs.
Okay, it's like a lord.
Yeah, or a lady, either or.
Okay, you have a preference or?
Nope, I don't.
All right, maybe I'll say his name was like Prince Gregorov.
What was the name of the person that wants the firebird for himself to impress?
That's Iliador, the hero monk. Hiero.
Yeah, or Hyro.
Hyro.
Yeah.
The links a man
It's
will
all
go
based
to impress
in
a woman.
Sun
I
ideology.
swear.
Yes. Iliador. It's like ILIO.
Yeah.
Like ILI and then odor.
ILIODOR.
Is he there right now?
He's kind of hiding off to the side. He's in like kind of a hallway that's adjacent to this, to the Apollo room, sort of watching. And actually, so one of your, so Prince Gregorov was like, he's posting like the side hall. He dashes over and he's like, something's coming.
Well, I have telepathic communication with all my followers.
Okay, so yeah, he sends you the mental message. They're like, a creature of evil, and he's leading many of them. They're coming this way.
Okay. I'm gonna relay that to the rest of the group. Like, we have some creatures of the nights coming our direction
Oh,
that
God.
we may need to watch out for.
I got something
And
special
who is
for
summoning
it.
these creatures of the night? Is it Iliador?
No, it's not Iliador. It is someone else, and I can only imagine as I look towards Svetlana and Andre. Just like,
Ooh. So what you guys see coming down the hall, and it's what is relayed to you, there is, so the Drekovac is like coming its way down the hall. It is this kind of oversized skeletal creature, mostly bone, bits of flesh that are rotting, hanging off of it.
That is definitely a Dracovac.
I am
that
going
is something else.
Yeah,
That's
like big, kind of,
What's
it's
the
very
ambassador
tall,
describe?
hunched over, big arms and legs.
right.
A regular sort of like skeletal slender man. It's not alone too. A bunch of Nog, which are like undead, these kind of goblin impish like undead creatures of like rotting flesh and bone. Some of them bearing like old daggers. It looks like they were raised and put together from a graveyard, are all following this monster.
Okay.
Well.
Can I do a thing now? So do I? Number one, do I see the monster? Number two, do I see Iliador? Because I'm also concerned about him.
I mean, you're probably like in the center of the area, so yeah, you see the monster coming down one way. The Rasputin and his flock are a little bit too busy to notice. And Iliador, you can see he's like watching everything, looking like his plan is about to succeed.
Okay, I'm taking care of Iliador first, then I'm gonna root back to the undead
Draco
thing.
back, okay.
Yeah, because I'm curious about the involvement of the rest of the group with them. I know Iliador is definitely one target that I can take care of quickly.
Okay, so what are you doing to Iliador?
Okay, so I walk over to Iliador, just almost drift over to him in a way. Touch him, like, touch his hair, like, very gently, and say to him, like, the egg of the firebird is not for you. You should run. And I'm going to mark a corruption to do bedlam.
Ooh.
Okay.
Touch a target to place them in a specific emotional state. Mark corruption to have it directed towards something. I already marked a corruption otherwise, but it's not directed. The emotional state I want him to have is pure terror.
Ooh.
So that he...
All right.
And if he doesn't leave, he'll just be on the ground wetting himself.
You don't need to do a let it out for that one. It just
No,
happens.
just
Yeah,
happens. It's
all right.
very
Fey
powerful.
power.
Yeah,
I
very
mark
cool.
corruption, it happens.
Yeah, no, he's out of there.
Yeah.
He just like freaks out. His much less cool beard, his jaw drops, and he runs out like screaming, shrieking, tripping over his robes, and just dashing out of there.
Just there are so many targets, like, I don't want to have him sneaking in the middle.
Yeah, good idea.
Goodbye, Iliador. Thank God he is gone. So
Let's
these
see, what
creatures.
is
Actually, can I take back the marking corruption and actually have it go, I owe my monarch a debt because Baba Yaga gave the egg to Rasputin, not to this guy.
Oh, okay, I can see that.
Yeah. It just occurred
Yeah,
to
you're
me,
serving
like,
her, uh-huh.
that's actually more logical that it would be a debt to Baba Yaga.
Right. How about Andre?
Well, since the Durkovac is someone that I need to protect Rasputin at least from, I'm going to just start heading over towards the Durkovac, and I think I'm going to try and transform. So I'm going to do a let it out. Nope.
Oh no, it didn't work.
Well, plus
Ooh.
spirit. 4, 5. Yeah, it's a 7.
That's 7.
That works.
It succeeds.
Yeah.
It's just,
Actually,
what's
sucks.
the...
On hit, so I choose 1 and mark corruption. So
So
I
yeah,
mark
it's
my
like
final
painful,
corruption
it takes a
for
while.
my first corruption move.
Whoa.
Welcome to the corruption club, buddy.
Corruption's the best.
You there's just been chewing
What's funny
up.
about it?
Wow,
I
you
went
heard it
entire-
here
I
on
went entire
Generation
season
Shadow. We love
really?
corruption.
without corruption.
Oh, wow.
Makes the characters more interesting.
Or at least without like.
That
gaining
is true, yeah.
A corruption move.
So is this
So,
your first
My
corruption
first
move
corruption
ever?
move. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so.
So much fun. You had like 3 or 4, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm actually. So with that thing, I'm choosing Sun and Moon. So later on, I can choose to transform it in a, like, just marking corruption just to transform at will.
Right.
So, but this one I had to do to let it out. So, and then for the one I choose, I will. Let's just take a +1 forward to my next roll.
Okay. So the transformation is going to take a little bit longer than...
It just says, I think it works. It's just I mark corruption.
Oh, okay.
So
All right. You are a werewolf now.
yes, and I'm just going to head straight for it.
All right. How about you race over and are facing down with that monster. Svetlana, before you go, I want to say you actually noticed something else. Coming from another hallway, you hear some like boots pounding, and as you peer over, you see the Oprishniki are starting to move in, led by Baron Ungern. Two of them are getting the machine gun with the tripod set up.
Oh, excellent.
Other ones are getting their rifles ready.
Okay.
Ungern's drawn his swords, maybe one sword less at this point, but
It's not getting it back.
yeah. Look, the dude's got a lot of swords.
I'm sure he does.
Gives me options. Okay. I was looking for Taurus at first, but I'll go with the Baron. He knows who I am.
Okay, Taurus will show up like pretty soon. So
Okay. So I'm gonna, I guess, either shout to the Baron, or if I can get up to him close enough and say, those would be more beneficial for what's coming down that hall. I think if you did that, your chances at some killing might improve, and maybe at greatness.
Ooh. Okay. Give me a. He's not sure. Like he really wants to unload on Rasputin here.
But
Give
I
me
promise, killing those undead would be more fun. There's more of them.
Ooh, good point. You have to take a persuade.
Will do. I'll see if I can use irresistible on this one.
Ooh.
Alright.
Okay.
Woo!
Sweet.
Nice.
That's 8. So on a 7 to 9, it results as a 10 plus anyway.
Whoa.
Irresistible is a
But-
fun one.
It's great.
But
It works on NPCs, right? Or is it working on-
oh no, never mind. No, I'm sorry. There's no
think it
but.
works on
7 to 9 is a 10 plus.
Yeah.
It's a miss that there's a but.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. Pasternak is into it. Perhaps against his better angels, but he is only a man.
Please don't shoot the wolf.
He's like, usually I would, but tonight in this moonlight, I don't want to.
Isn't he glorious?
So he beckons the others. They like dash to
You're
the
like,
side.
guys, read the Bible. Come on.
No,
In
it's,
wolf
it-
form.
the wolf is out of the bag so far right now. So
Just jammed in.
It's the lighting. It's the lighting.
well, yeah.
Look at
And
that
they start-
blue, It's hairy rum.
They start leveling the
They're
weapons
looking
down
at
the
us.
hallway. Egantre, you notice from the main hallway. There's a lot of hallways leading in here. If you know the actual layout of the Winter Palace, please don't tell us this is wrong. Outman Taurus is coming. You were not warned about this, so
Wow.
this, and he's in full like werebear form.
Ooh.
So he's this like towering, covered in fur, big old claws. Yeah, making that bear roar. Just like charging his way down on all fours to rush over and try and steal that egg.
Okay, what do I got? A sword? Nah. Bottle of demons? Nah, I want to save that. Spider? I want this damn thing out of my bag. Okay,
Get rid of
so
the spider.
That, and then. See what it does. I'm going to wield the arcane. Unleash an arcane item, and I can treat it as a 10 plus without rolling. The item is permanently and obviously damaged or consumed by the process. I kind of made my peace that I'm not getting the spider back, nor do I want it back.
Ah, yes!
You just don't want a weird spider.
Alright.
So
Spider, do your magic.
you throw it on the ceiling, and the spider grows and changes, becomes one of those like giant yokai spiders. I'm not sure the exact
jeez.
name.
A Jiragomo, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
I love the Jiraguma.
whoa, yeah, that's it.
I did the I did the what was it Monster of the Week
Ah.
for time to tabletop. I used the Jiraguma as the template.
Whoa,
Sweet.
cool. We got this is our second. Maybe this is our second crossover. Monster.
This is. Gonna escape here and goes to America.
Yeah.
Look out, MCU.
We're going our own.
It crawls its way across the ceiling. This giant, spindly legs drops down its on its web and crashes into Ant-Man Taurus. And Bear and Spider are engaged in combat right now.
That's really cool, actually. I'm not going to lie.
I was like, well, that was unexpected.
Yeah, at this point, even Rasputin's like, uh-oh. However, something else is happening. The egg is starting to hatch. You can see cracks running along the side of the firebird egg and steam seeping out. Okay. Dragomir. You got the Drekovec and the Nov are like right about to hit. The Oprishniki are in there about to fight them, but you can tell.
Isn't the wolf also about to fight with the Drakovec?
Yes,
And then-
but you can tell some of the Oprishniki still want to like dash over and get the egg.
It's about to go down.
Okay.
Who do you want
really?
to have the egg?
I'm going to try to call my flock into action once more. And I'm going to try to have them all join me in kind of this whole group of like minor nobility and important figures kind of blocking off any access to this ritual. These important people who hopefully won't die. Yes, and they're not going to ask anything of me. That's a 10. They do it again for me.
Okay, they rush over and form like a human shield.
Yeah, we're all just kind of there. We actually all have something. It's kind of because they all. So their stats is they do 1 harm. Where is it? That's they're 1 harm group, medium group, devout with no armor, and they're scattered. So they're kind of all just like it's not like a cohesive line. It's kind of a bunch of people all kind of gathered around, and they have these flails called Nine Tails.
Ooh, okay.
We all call we call them truth bringers.
Yeah.
Oh man, do you guys like scourge yourselves? Like
No, we scourge other people.
Oh wow, I don't know if that's better or worse.
I mean, that's how we get the truth if need be.
All right, well you guys are currently putting a guarding action around this egg.
Yeah.
What is you there doing? Oh, also, so Jack Reed is like he's also in here. He's kind of like motioning to you and like pointing to the egg, and kind of motioning to himself too.
Okay, I guess I'd go over to him.
He's like, there you are, my green-haired forest spirit pal. Good to meet you, or see you again here.
Yes.
All right, listen, old Grandma Chicken Legs. She wants that egg and what's in it. We got to get it out to her, or at least get into the sky so we can go to her.
Oh, so why did she give it to Rasputin then?
Yeah, the Mad Monk. I mean, look, the guy's got the energy to hatch it.
Oh, and now she wants it back now that it's hatching.
Exactly.
Oh, I can do that. She like gestures with her hand, and now I am going to do a let it out to take something.
I'm gonna try to get in the way of this.
Yeah, I was actually going to do that too.
Yeah.
How do you guys know about it?
Well, we're all currently defending.
Okay, fair enough.
You're also pretty open about your things too.
I'm gonna have Tchaikovsky do
Yeah,
it
no,
out.
yeah.
Because you're.
it makes more sense to have.
Yeah, you seem kind of occupied.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'm
let's have you really get in the way.
I'm currently watching the spectacle of wolf on spider action.
Or giant werebear. Yeah.
Bear on
Bear on
spider
bear.
There's
action.
about to be wolf on undead action, I
This is
think.
gonna get crazy. So it's a roll with which faction should I roll?
It's her faction, so wild.
This sucks. No, -2 wild. That's a 5. So no,
Yeesh.
Okay.
not getting in the
Okay.
way
I'm
of
gonna
this.
go ahead and roll let it out then,
Yes.
which is spirit.
Yeah,
That is a 12.
it is done.
Yep.
So you were just trying to like rush over there and like.
Oh, she's not rushing over. She just flicks out her hand and vines just grow out of her.
Ooh, okay.
So I am going to take definite hold of something vulnerable and exposed, which is the egg. And I am going to take +1 forward on my next roll.
Ooh.
Because we're going to have to escape now.
All right. So
And-
the egg is in your hands.
I don't think any of the let it out things were an option to escape. So.
No.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm not taking the +1 forward. I am going to frighten, intimidate, or impress the opposition. Which is
Okay.
just to say, people just saw this, lithe sort of forest spirity looking woman just flick her hand like that. All these vines just shot out of it, grabbed the egg, and pulled it right back to her.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. At this point, even Rasputin is like, he's forgotten his worshipping.
And I say to Rasputin, Baba Yaga thanks you for her service. For your
Ooh.
service. Sorry. Baba Yaga thanks you for your service.
Okay. He looks like a little miffed, but then he's like,
And then goes straight back to it.
yeah.
Hey, he's still got a ritual to perform, I guess.
Oh, sure. But he doesn't look like too upset. Like
No.
he kind of knew what he was getting into, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So you're holding that hatching egg.
Mm-hmm.
What are you? What is Andre doing? The undead are like about to hit you, actually. So let's have you go. And then maybe you can do a keep your cool. against this horde here.
Oh, well, I was just going to just wail on him. So, and I do.
Yeah, you're fighting as a group?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll ask you this. Do you want to attack the Drekovac or the Knob?
Do I see the Opishniki on their way?
Yeah. They're kind of like assembling before the hallway, like getting their weapons ready.
Okay. I'm going straight for the big man. I think they can take care of the little ones.
Alright, give me an unleash an attack on the Drekovac.
Okay. Oh, snap.
How do we do there?
Max on the dice.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
So 14.
Oof. Alright, what's the harm total there?
Let's see here. Natural weaponry, 2 harm.
You're inflicting terrible harm?
And it's armor piercing.
Okay, are you going for the bonus? You doing terrible harm or taking something from him?
What would I take from him? Let's just try and see if I can kill him. Or at least get as close as I can to killing him.
You don't totally kill him. You do a lot of damage to him, though.
Yeah.
You, like, rip into him, just grab one of his bone arms in your jaws and, like, rip it out. And, yeah, he's definitely hurting.
Nom.
Yeah. But now he's going to fight back, trying to slash you.
Sure.
So give me a keep you cool, unless maybe someone wants to help you out here.
No need.
Oh, nice.
13.
Okay, you will take fate harm.
Okay.
Yeah, he, like, slashes.
I
He gets,
do have 2 armor in my wolf form.
Ooh, okay. In that case, you're alright.
No damage.
His claws come through, but they're not able to pierce your armor.
Yeah. Because I have, like, and my transformation naturally gives +1 armor, and then I also have gain +1 armor. So I get 2 when I transform.
Okay. Svetlana.
Alright, so is Baron engaging with the rest?
Yeah, he's
Okay,
like,
cool.
they're probably gonna open fire after this.
And Taurus
return here.
is engaging with the spider.
Mm-hmm.
So, do I see you there go after the egg?
I didn't just go after the egg. I got the
Yeah,
egg.
she
has
has
it.
it. It's in her hands right now, and it's like starting to hatch.
Alright, so yes, no.
Yeah, you saw it.
Does
I don't think
that-
she was trying to be stealthy about it.
Right, so would that threaten my interest, trying to get the egg for bathroom?
I will tell you that you are frightened and impressed right now by me.
That is true, and also, like, I mean, remember, like everything, you don't have to. You decide how loyal or disloyal you want to be to your faction.
Right.
Or, you could appear to be disloyal. So there's consequences to whatever you do here. I'm kind of, I did this to kind of put you guys in a spot where you should have to choose your loyalties.
Right.
So it is up to you if you want to, like, try and swipe it from you there, or
I'm
if
just
you
saying,
want to.
does that threaten my interest?
Yeah, Bathory wants the egg
Okay.
or what's in it for herself.
Okay, cool. So, because of frightened, I won't be able to do anything, but that adds the web. So I guess let's get out of here.
Oh, just time to leave.
I have no direct threat to me. The big spider, he's engaging with something I don't want to get engaged with.
Okay, why don't you give me escape?
Yeah.
Roll escape a situation.
Ooh, that's not gonna be so great.
What's with blood, though?
7, so yeah, I get out there because that's not gonna be so great.
No.
So I have to
Okay,
do
you gotta
what?
pick 2 of these kind of bad things here. You take some harm, go into another dangerous situation.
Mhm.
Leave something important.
Mark corruption, owe a debt.
All right, so I'll take corruption for running, and then I could either possibly owe another debt to Bathory for failing for what she wanted, or take harm because I got to run by somebody that I get
Right.
clipped on the way out. Or
I would say
something.
own the debt to Bathory is the one that's gonna.
Okay, so that's 3 to her now.
Ouch.
Yeah. But You do make it out of there. In fact, you make it. How, you think you like? I'm gonna say you leave like kind of a side entrance, and as you head out, you kind of get into the main garden area, and you see there through the moonlight a carriage bearing the Romanov seal is rolling up, and the Tsarina is within.
I warn her if I can.
Okay, we'll pop back to you. Let's see what Egantre is doing.
Alright, so Spider's still engaged with the bear?
Yeah, they're kind of fighting to a standstill.
Alright, I'm going to see if I can command my spider by any chance.
Okay. Is there a special move or?
Nothing. I was
Maybe you'll
gonna
let it out,
try.
would you?
Yeah, let it out.
That makes sense. Okay.
And like take hold of the spider's mind. Ooh, that's a
It's a 6.
That's a 12.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
Yeah, you have like complete control of the spider. It loves you.
Very
You have a new pet.
A giant
rat about.
spider, which actually it fits well. Fits well. So, spider, I can ignore corruption or choose another from the list. I'm still going to mark corruption.
Oh.
I am at. We'll mark that later. But let it out. I'm going to frighten, intimidate. I'm going to impress the werebear. I forget his name.
Atmantaurus.
Atmantaurus. I want to impress Atmantaurus and take definite hold on something vulnerable or exposed. What's vulnerable or exposed here? Oh, I know. Do I see the egg? by any
That
chance?
is not vulnerable or exposed.
Dang it. Ah, well.
And
my-
also, if you try to do that, I will call in some debts on you.
Ah, well. My inner greed gets in the way again. Oh, well. Let's see. I guess I'm going to just take +1 forward on my next roll.
Okay. All right. Well, I will say thanks to that, Taurus is like the spider has the upper hand.
Hmm?
So Atmantaurus is like starting to slink back, lick his wounds.
Ah! My spider's the greater beast now.
I think so.
Dang. Really wanted the
Let's
egg.
have you,
Oh, well.
Andre. Let's have you continue the battle. Or wait, did I skip Dragomir?
That's fine. You can come to me last.
Okay.
Nice.
Dang.
12.
All right. You going for the inflict harm? I think makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you take it out. You tear this monster to shreds. Meanwhile, the soldiers, like their machine gun opens up and their rifles crack to life. Baron Ungern is like firing a pistol, and they cut down the these undead in the knot before they can make it in. Alright.
So as soon as the Dracovac is gone, I'm going straight for the spider. I'm gonna help.
Ooh.
I'm gonna help Taurus.
Help Taurus? Okay, you're dashing back towards that spider. Dragomir. Oh, see, she has the egg, and I'm gonna say this. At this point, like the shell is starting to be like done, like it's cracking open. The beak of the firebird is pierced through, and the firebird hatchling, which like is starting to like spread its wings. These things are born flying too, so.
I'm gonna try to grab it.
Am I not supposed to try to get this to Baba Yaga?
It'll go. Jack Reed's like, no, bird knows where it's gonna go. It'll get to her.
Okay.
We ain't delivering poultry here. It'll go on its own.
Still going to try to catch it then.
Okay. Give me
I mean, it hasn't actually flown away yet.
It's like in the process of like bursting out of there.
Right.
So give me a let it out.
Because it's not vulnerable or exposed right now. Is very much in my hands.
Well, at this point, like we're kind of like it's hatched. It's like leaving. It's going to the air.
Okay, what can I do to get in the way? What do I have to roll?
You roll his faction. to
What's
get
your
in the way.
faction?
Power.
And only one person can get in the way, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think all of us would go.
Not great.
I'm distracted by the spider.
Okay, so I'm rolling against power. That is a 12.
I rolled a 4 anyways, +2, so.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
I still
All
get to
right.
mark power.
So, what do you think? Like you're trying to get the bird. What do you do? Like
Well,
this?
that's
or
when
this-
I'm kind of charging at the direction right now.
Okay.
That's when I will actually set off one of my moves.
Okay.
I am doing another debt to Baba Yaga.
Ooh, all right.
I am doing a glamour, so that when the bird comes out of the egg, it's like 100 birds come out of the egg, and the whole air is filled with birds.
Okay, so you just get the wrong one. So the actual firebird flies upwards. There's a window area letting the moonlight. It smashes through. It's this beautiful, like a phoenix, just with big, extensive wings, pointed kind of raven's head, but all bright ruby feathers, just trailing flame. Still a little awkward, perhaps, in its youth, but it smashes through and flies out like a comet into the night sky. And this is when Zarina Alexandra slams open the door, and she's like, "Stop, all of you!" And everybody stops. Even Rasputin is, after a final grunt, maybe stops.
I try to command a spec. No. Stop. That's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should be in character. It's so beautiful and natural. But gross.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Rasputin is picking himself up, and he's like, "My queen, you arrived at an inopportune moment." And Zarina's like, "I don't care about that. The ones who protected my children, I need to see them. This is an emergency. And the rest of you, you're all a disgrace to Russia." So she beckons you to follow her and storms out.
That's fine.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, everyone's just kind of staring at each other awkwardly.
Yeah, I'm going to disperse my my flock.
Yeah, so-
Go
As I
home
kind of-
and enjoy yourself.
As I kind of float backwards, I'm like...
So the Zarina
So-
brings you into her
Yeah,
carriage.
I'm actually
mhm.
as I'm going, I'm like, Taurus, you should leave now. And go over.
Okay, yeah, he creeps back into the shadows. Pretty upset, especially at you. So
At me?
you set the spider on
That was
him.
awesome.
That's
Great,
true.
great,
You
great
did.
spider.
What? Come on. I didn't know who he was.
That's true.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean,
The giant bear got
That's
just
fine.
acted by a giant spider.
so in her carriage, the Zarina's like, something was going on in there with my beloved Grigori, but such things don't matter. He does his job anyway. And now I have a new job for you. This is more important. We've heard from the front. The Germans have sent a special detachment of soldiers. They are perhaps... In fact, I heard that their leader's a man named Ludwig. You know him?
Yes.
They're called the Wolf Brigade.
He's gone to Germany now? Oh, fucking shit.
It makes sense. Is Ludwig
I'm
not a name of the Germans?
Yes. I would
He was
agree, yes.
originally part of my order, let's just say. A very
Interesting.
Yes, so he's not actually German.
Well, they're some of the most elite soldiers that the Kaiser has. They can supposedly change shape and become animals
You're
in the
looking at what they
battlefields.
turn into right now.
Yes, I'm starting to believe that. Anyway, we fear they can outflank us, crush the Imperial Army, and bring about a terrible defeat. And then I don't know if the Empire could hold. So I need you to go there. You're going to meet up with my husband, and he will lead you to victory.
We're all going to die. I say that jokingly.
So,
What time of year is it?
what's that?
What time of year is it?
I think you had said it was spring earlier, hadn't you?
I don't know if I can actually specify it. I mean, I kind of imagine it's kind of a...
Mid-year.
I know
Yeah.
it's not winter.
But to say, just hold on
CBD.
till winter, we'll be fine.
Well, it is, well, actually, I'm thinking it's a math year. The February Revolution is the one when they get... I gotta officially look up the exact time of year when Rasputin dies.
I think it was December.
Yeah,
Okay.
He died in the winter.
So, yeah, so it is the
96.
winter.
16th, sorry.
She's like,
16th.
it is the winter, and we're still losing.
I guess General Winter is not on our side this time around.
I suppose
Wolves
so.
are a little bit more accustomed to the cold.
That
And I
might
would-
be it. It certainly isn't my husband's excellent leadership.
Yes. Excellent is a way to put it.
Excellent. Oh, yes.
Well,
He's a very excellent leader. I'm not mark corruption.
Well, go meet with Nicholas. He'll tell you what to do. So, go to the front, my soldiers. It is time to serve your czar.
Now, we're not exactly all soldiers of the
We are our soldiers for the czar.
Number one, what is a front?
front,
In
meaning
this case, is it a storm?
And
where
I
we're
think
going, kind of.
oh,
A storm of battle.
Whoa, very true. The
And
storm
I hope
of steel.
to be paid by the end of this.
Whatever you need.
Whatever. Okay.
I'll see to the treasury. I'm sure we have enough. And with that, you can take another debt if you want.
Nah,
She'll agree to whatever you want. This poor woman.
That's exploiting someone's
Well,
ignorance. I'm going.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And
So, you wouldn't happen to have silver on you, or at least in the front lines.
you'll have to ask my husband. But I'm sure he can give you whatever you need.
Very well.
How long do we have to leave?
I would. The wolf pack, the wolf brigade is on the way. You should leave at once.
If you could give us some time, I probably could maybe find some silver.
I might be able to get some from the other members of the night.
All right, we'll check in with that.
Yeah.
And if anyone needs anything, I can get you it.
Oh, that's true. You have a nice kind of could be your armor right here.
Yeah, we'll negotiate price later.
Svetlana, are you thinking of asking her something or? Ooh, okay. All right. Well, I think we'll bring this episode to a close with you guys with the Firebird free and you guys being dispatched to the front, and that is where we'll pick up. Not next week, but the week afterwards for episode 3, entitled "An Army of Ignoramuses," which is an actual quote said by I think one of the lower Russian generals about the Russian army at this point.
Well, but also Ludwig is kind of a fool.
Yeah. Ludwig's definitely a buffoon, but it's sort of like in the Eastern Front in World War I. It was like who could lose the most, the fastest, and the answer is everybody. It was just terrible. So we're gonna go right into that and meet Tsar Nicky himself. When we come back
And deal with an old friend.
Yay!
Yeah, and of course Ludwig. But next week, because we got sad to say, but Nick has to kind of take a break. Missed the one episode, but that's all right. So we're gonna be doing a special one-shot entitled Axeman Jazz. Take place in New Orleans, 1914, and it should be a fun time.
Out on the bayou.
Oh,
Yeah. The heck was that?
Well, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for coming by and saying hi.
Are we doing the closing?
Yeah.
Do
oh,
you
I
wanna
totally
do,
forgot.
do you want to do closing?
Yes, we gotta do the closing.
Closing moves.
I know. I was
Then
gonna
I
forget.
We don't
will.
have time for that.
No. Closing moves. We gotta do them.
Sorry.
Because it's a good
How far
opportunity.
negative can you go with a faction?
3.
-3.
Yes.
So let's start with
I'll just be over here going, oh, Eliodor.
Great.
What a beautiful bird.
Oh, Iliador.
yeah,
Eleodor has peed his buds.
yeah, he peed his pants for sure.
Right.
Spoiler alert for history: like Eliodor sucks. Like,
Really? I wonder why.
I know. Like, dude was like an anti-Semite, like major.
What?
Yeah, I know. He helped bring the protocols, elders of Zion, to America. Like,
serious?
I know. Like,
Oh my
he's
God.
Yeah, he's horrible. I'm glad Rasputin replaced him. All right, so
should have.
yeah,
Should have
so-
taken his penis.
yeah, I mean, it is like as we've kind of learned, like everybody was like that back then, except for Rasputin.
Yeah, during the time of the pogroms, there was a lot of anti-Semitism
Exactly.
going around.
But let's
It was weird that.
yeah,
weird.
let's think back to happier times and start with Egantre. So, what faction went up? What went down? And do you owe anybody? And who do you think owes you?
So I think my wild went up by 1. I think we had a pretty successful thing with Baba Yaga. Can do business with her again.
I think so. I mean, and she was the one. Although Rasputin didn't really mind, he was.
It was super chill.
Yeah, and he's kind of working for her a little bit.
Yeah, and I
as well,
thanked
so.
him on behalf of Baba Yaga to make sure everything stays.
Yeah, but
I had a brief thought of stealing the egg, but thought against it.
Unfortunately for me, I tried.
Yeah, you looked over at her and were like, oh shit, I owe her her a lot.
I owe her a lot already.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
he
wanna
does.
do
So I'm
that.
just like, whatever. I don't know you from Adam.
I owe her 6 now.
Oh my god!
And Knight's gonna go down to -3 on account of the big giant spider.
Yeah, I think you've made an enemy with Atmantaurus for sure.
And we have the giant spider. If
No,
that's
it's cool.
alright.
Yeah, so you have this giant spider pet, so everything works out.
And I don't think anyone owes me a debt or I owe anyone else a debt, because I had 3 debts this game
Yeah.
that I owe.
Okay, how about you there?
I don't owe anybody a debt. Nobody owes me a debt because none of that changed throughout. Knight is down to -3
Yeah.
because there's no way they don't just straight up view me as an enemy by this point. Wild is at +3 because
Yeah, you're serving Baba Yaga's will for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like everybody's being forced to put aside their differences against the common foe of the Wolf Brigade. So, but yeah, that's definitely true. How about Svetlana?
I'm gonna say that mortality goes down because we were hired for something, even though I'm also hired for another thing. But they came in guns blazing, even though I got them to do what they wanted to do. They still went after what was interest. So that's -1. And I don't see a positive too much in this for the other ones, but maybe
Might have gone up by 1 for Knight.
Kind of.
I
You
don't
tried
know.
your best.
I did, but yeah, it's hard for me to determine what was a positive in this one.
Yeah.
For me, anyway, for her, I'll just zero it out.
I mean, I guess, well, it could be you and Livingston's relationship went up, I think.
That would balance out
That'd be
mortality.
mortality too, yeah.
No, trust me, he's gonna just be a side interest. That would just be fun, I think. But beyond that, I think I gave my debt to Bathory. I gave 1 to Dragomir. And then it would just be you there in the web for later, but that's not even like
Why am I in the web?
for getting in the way of the egg.
Oh, is that a thing? Okay.
Well, I'm hired to
Yeah.
go for that. So when you went out and grabbed it, yeah, that goes against that.
Okay. I guess I don't understand how the
It's-
web
yeah.
really works.
Basically, if someone comes to you for something, or if someone else gets in the way of something you're trying to do as a vampire.
Okay.
You're caught in the
Yeah.
web.
It's
So
like
what does
this-
that mean for me?
You owe me a debt.
Okay. But why?
Vampire thing.
It's a vampire thing.
The vampire's web.
Yeah, there's 3 things that go against it when you ask for favors, look for advice, or threaten interest.
Well, we'll talk about it. But yeah, that seems a little odd.
It's a weird mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that at all because you didn't actually go for it. I took it, period.
I think it's usually with NPCs too, the way I played it. It's supposed to be like the vampires, like, thralls and Renfields and stuff.
You can cancel if you want to. But,
Okay, well, we'll talk about it. Maybe we can figure out some way to justify it, but we'll see. We'll see. How about? We got all the debts set up and everything?
Yeah, no, that was.
Because I don't think I ever rolled specifically to get in your way. I rolled to get in his way at
Yeah.
one point.
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky. We'll get back to it.
Okay.
How about Tchaikovsky? Did you?
I was
Oh, went
thinking,
up and went down.
that's always the hard part is I didn't really have a whole lot of interactions with the other factions, except maybe Wild. But again, this is my thing with them, not how I feel about them exactly. Because my character personally is like, okay, me and the Wild think alike. We're kind of that trickstery kind of deal. But I think for him, his power went up because his followers went in defense of Rasputin, and mortality dropped because, well, they were gonna try to just gun everybody there down. Trying to take out They're trying to basically hit a nail with a sledgehammer by using a mounted machine gun as a way of killing Rasputin, which would have killed everybody else in that pile.
That is how the Aprishniki operate, but yeah.
Yeah, so that's why like these guys are like, whoa, here's all these important people. We can't just murder them all now. So he's just kind of getting in that way there.
Okay. And you think you owe anybody a debt, or does anybody owe you a debt?
I don't think so, really. Not. I would say if he'd used a sword, yes. I would say he would owe me a debt for blessing his weapon, but he didn't really use it, so it doesn't really matter. He just has a blessed sword in his pocket.
Yep. Pocketed
Well,
it.
might come in handy.
Yeah.
And then finally, Andre. What faction went up and what went down?
See, I could see arguments for either mortality or wild for going down. Like both of them were sort of going against the wishes of my faction, that I'm trying to be a good member of night, a good creature of the night. Although they are doing the same thing that the Ordo did, so maybe it might be.
Okay.
So it's hard to really tell, like, who I should really like.
Yeah, I
maybe in
mean,
the
divided loyalties are kind of a thing in this game. So.
Yeah. That's sort of. I think since Wild went against like all of the interests of multiple interests of people, both multiple factions, that's gonna go down, and I'm gonna go with power raising, because I didn't really do very much to help Knight, even though I tried, but I did help Rasputin in a way, so
Okay.
I protected his head, so
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have. You saved him from those undead for sure.
yeah. So, and I think in the next time that I'm here, I'm going to be really thinking about what's going on at night.
Yeah, interesting. All right, well, I think that is where we'll draw this episode to a close.
I'm just confused.
And
Hang
as
out.
always,
Yeah, so
pull
when
up a
somebody
chair.
comes to you,
And make
time
time
to
to tabletop. Nailed it.
Whoa, kind of
Good
fun.
job, man.
if I came to you and threatened you,